It's me, the cookbook lady. Welcome back to my kitchen, friends. As y'all saw, today I'm making a fresh blueberry lemon loaf. And the recipe that I'm using is coming from this cookbook here, 100 Years of Grace. Let's get to baking. And don't forget to stick around till the end of the video for my review of this recipe. Oh, but one thing I do need to share with y'all. The recipe ingredients list a half a cup of milk. However, the directions don't state when to add the milk. So I'm making an educated guess and I'm going to add in the milk when I add in my eggs. To get things going, I'm creaming together my butter and sugar really well. I'm then adding in my eggs and milk to the bowl and beating well. Then I'm adding in the zest of lemon rind and stirring that in. Next, in a separate bowl, I'm stirring together my flour, baking powder, and salt. Then I'm adding in my dry ingredients to my creamed mixture. Next, by hand, I'm folding in my fresh blueberries. After folding in my fresh blueberries, I'm transferring my batter into a greased loaf pan and baking in a 350-degree Fahrenheit oven for 50 to 60 minutes or until done. While our loaf is baking, there's a glaze we need to prepare. In a saucepan, I'm combining a 1/4 cup lemon juice and a 1/3 cup of sugar. We are going to cook this until it reaches a syrup-like consistency. As soon as our loaf comes out of the oven, we are pouring this glaze on top while in the pan still. We are allowing the loaf to cool in the pan for 10 minutes before removing the pan and allowing it to completely cool on a wire rack. Alright y'all, it has come time to the part of the video where we do a taste test. But before we begin, gotta show off the product a little bit. Look at this slice. Now, the syrup has kind of crystallized a little bit, so it's got like a nice kind of like, how do I describe this? It's almost kind of like a crunchy sugar topping. But yeah, let's give this bad boy a taste. Wow, these berries were really juicy. Ooh. That's good. That is quite nice. It's kind of got almost like a pound cake kind of texture and consistency to it. My dog's trying to bring me one of her toys for a bite of this, but it ain't happening. Like I was saying though, it does have quite almost like a pancake texture and consistency. It is quite spongy. That bite right there was heaven. This is very addicting. So how exactly does this recipe measure up? I think I'm gonna give this recipe, I'm gonna have to go with 3.5 stars. It's pretty good. I don't know, there's just something lacking. I'm not getting a whole lot of the lemon part to this loaf. The blueberries are there for sure. If anything, I probably should have scaled back on the blueberries because they are quite abundant in that. Maybe that's what's happening, is that the blueberry is overpowering the lemon taste. I just figured I'd dump the whole container in there. But it is quite good. It is very sweet, but it's not too sweet. Again, much like the blueberry muffins that I made recently, the tartness of the blueberries and of the lemon kind of help balance out the amount of sweetness from the sugar, and especially that lemon sugar syrup that turned into like a weird kind of glaze. But it is good. I think in some parts of it, I think I should have left it in maybe a little bit longer. I cooked it for 55 minutes in total, but I'm thinking a whole hour was the key right there. I don't know, sometimes I get a little nervous when baking baked goods because there's nothing worse than a dry baked good. And sometimes I just worry that if I just leave it in the oven for too long, it's just going to turn out dry. But overall, I would consider it a success. Possibly maybe a few little minor tweaks here and there, and it has the potential to be a 4-star, 5-star recipe in my opinion. And it also wasn't really that hard to make. I think probably the most difficult thing that I struggled with was trying to find the right consistency for that glaze that was on top. So anyways, thank y'all so much for joining me on today's culinary adventure. If you did happen to enjoy today's video, how about showing it a little bit of love by hitting that thumbs up button? And if you happen to like the vibe here on my channel, consider subscribing. I post every Monday and Thursday, and I would love for you to join the family. Also, I am so sorry about not posting anything last week. If y'all didn't see my community post tab, I was out with COVID, which was fun, needless to say. But as y'all can see, I'm feeling a lot better than I was last week. But I did just want to say I do apologize for the lack of videos last week. Otherwise, y'all be safe out there and be sweet to one another. Bye, y'all!